scary, spooky, hilarious.
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Legler, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, in the sidelines as well. Looking now at some numbers for Trae Young.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games, and he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
And now Washington's starting group. Gill is out there with Sarr. Then it's Young, then it's Johnson, and it's Watkins in at the small forward. And for Golden State, Porzingis is out there with Green. Then there's Brandon Pajemski, and it's Santos in at the small forward. We know these two teams rack up the assists. Greg, they pride themselves on playing unselfish basketball.
Yeah, both sides preach player and ball movement, getting everyone involved. It makes both teams that much more difficult to defend.
Here's Richard. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Washington Wizards. Pass to Gill. And Brandon Pajemski gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
To the right side. Johnson outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires from 18. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Here's Santos. Covered by Johnson. Outside, Porzingis. Green with a screen for Porzingis. Hands it from downtown.
Oh, the value of having a 7-footer with that kind of range. Porzingis spacing the floor for them.
Back to Young from outside the arc. It's rebounded by Golden State. Wizards beat them last time when these two teams met in Washington.
Well, they couldn't buy a bucket at times, and that's frustrating, and that game was not their friend.
Yeah, it happens, though. The bad shooting can become contagious, and it started spiraling and couldn't get out of it.
Power down as the whistle blows. A 3-point play chance.
Well, for what he lacks in height, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Tim, some forget, prior to the success of Stephen Curry, the Warriors were not considered a top-tier franchise.
Well, before he arrived in 2009, this was one of the lowest all-time winning percentages, but they have built a dynasty, and they are now considered one of the most valuable franchises in all of sports. Yeah, when Green is looking to score, this is exactly the area he's most comfortable, right at the rim.
Mr. Porzingis. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Pajemski with it. Young's there. Now here's Porzingis. Covered by Sarr. Shot from the wing. Sinks it. And the shot from Porzingis. Porzingis has got 5.
You can't have a better start than that, connecting on 4 of your first 5 field goal attempts.
Johnson, the pass to Young. Back to Johnson. Over Richard. The Wizards with another miss.
He got the space he wanted for his mid-range. He just wasn't able to convert.
Pass to Pajemski. Over to the wing. Here's Richard. And Sarr pulls it down.
That's an awesome defensive effort. A great contest right at the rim.
Now Young. Sarr sets the screen for Young. Back to Sarr. And Sarr throws it down.
This is why you involve the big man Sarr in pick and rolls. He understands how to take advantage.
Inside, Porzingis kicks to Richard. Pass to Pajemski. And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now, here is Young. Hasn't made one yet.
He created the opening. He got the angle. Unfortunately, that miss was just on him.
Pass to Santos. It's good from long range.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And Santos pulls it down.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you've got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession.
On the wing, Green. Porzingis with a screen on Gill. And Green gets it to go. Green's got his second bucket.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Young sets a screen for Johnson. Down low. It's stolen. To the paint is Porzingis. Pass to Green. Porzingis against Song. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Here's Pajemski. No good on the triple. Wizards trail by 11. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Steve Kerr. He knows they're in for a tough matchup against Trae Young. Coach told me Trae is an offensive savant, but we have to find a way to disrupt his game. We're going to throw some length at him, pick him up once he crosses half court, and hound him on every possession. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you for that. And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. The Warriors making a change here. And while we can now, let's check in on the top scoring rookies in the NBA. In the third spot, Trae Johnson.
Well, coming in, you wondered how his talent would translate at this level in terms of scoring. And I've got to say, apparently, it's translating pretty well.
Sarr in the high post. 8 points his last outing.
With skills like a traditional wing, Sarr might get more looks like that from the mid-range.
And Tim, watching Alex Sarr, it's clear he can be a defensive game changer.
Well, his versatility is what jumps out at you, Kevin. Able to guard the three-point line and protect the rim. He's everything you want in a shot blocker. Timing, length, and verticality.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
So far, a great game plan, a great execution, but we still have a long way to go.
Now, here's Johnson. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Utah Jazz. Clock at 4. It's tipped. Pass to Spencer. Yurtseven kicks to Payton. Back to Yurtseven. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
We always talk about getting high percentage shots, and they are teaching a master class in that right now.
Now here's Johnson. Still scoreless. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Tons of points off penetration so far, guys. They're driving at will on the defense
just taking whatever they want.
And how about the work they've done inside, just owning the paint so far?
And the big fella Alex R showing promise. Craig especially at the defensive end of the floor.
Yeah, I mean, great mobility for a 7-footer. That's invaluable for a big man in today's game, and has the makings of a modern offensive game as well.
Now here's Johnson. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game.
Showing how cunning he can be on the drive. Johnson just understands how to utilize the lane.
Here's Watkins. No good from outside. Warriors leading by 10. Here's Spencer. Pass to Pajemski. And here is Payton. Shoots the three. It doesn't go for him. Here's Watkins. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
It's good.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope. His only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Here's Santos. 14 points from him the last game against Brooklyn. Pass to Pajemski. Releases. Here's Yurtseven. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Here's Young. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. DeAnthony Melton comes in for Brandon Pajemski. George is checked in for Washington. Carlton Carrington comes in for Johnson. Here's Spencer, still without a basket. From deep, Green, it's hauled in by George. Pass to Carrington. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound.
And let's take a look at the numbers for George. He's putting up 6 points a night, 2 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he's also a bit of a stopper defensively. They put him in, and their defense really tightens up.
And that's such a valuable tool for this team. His defense can really shift the momentum.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Payton. Washington with the ball. 8-point game. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Yeah, the crowd noise can make it hard to execute your offense on the road, but they did a great job playing their game.
Stolen by Yurtseven. And it's the Warriors on the break. 2 points. That one goes. Green's got 8.
He has been in a great flow tonight, converting at a high rate.
Outside, George. Back to Young. Jacks up a 3. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Here's Green. And he converts the layup. And now a 12-point Warrior lead.
The shots are falling, and he is making it look easy.
Outside, George. Back to Young. To the middle. He is looking for Sarr and finds him.
How about Sarr? Just ridiculous athleticism for a 7-footer.
Spencer, the pass to Yurtseven. Golden State moving the ball around. And the foul called on Alex Sarr. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Wizards, Davis is checked in for Sarr. Riley comes in for Gill. And it's Russell in for Trae Young. Here's Spencer. No scoring in this one. They kick it out to Green. Pass to Melton. 4 on the clock. over Carrington. Misses off the left iron. Wizards trail by 10. George dishes to Davis. George passes to Riley. Pulls up. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Now here's Green. He's got 10, and he's good on the three ball.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to summon up a little more sense of urgency.
Outside for George. Pass to Carrington. Now Davis. He's defended by Yurtseven.
Well, that's AD at his best, playing big and finishing at the rim.
29 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Spencer to the inside. It's stolen by Davis. Here's Riley. To the paint. Here's Russell. And he banks in the layup.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Melton. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And that does it for the first quarter. Warriors ahead. They're up by 7. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
When you spread the floor and force defenses to close out to the three-point line, it's going to create driving lanes.
So the Wizards 5 right now. They've got Riley. Carlton Carrington is out there with D'Angelo Russell. Then it's Anthony Davis, and it's George in at the power forward position.
Good form on the jump shot. Russell's ability to stretch the floor makes him even more valuable.
And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Well, the Wizards stacking talented young players and draft assets. Not only that, they'll have a ton of cap space next season, which they will likely not use to sign a star free agent, but rather to absorb contracts in exchange for, you guessed it, more draft picks. This front office is continuing to think long-term, guys.
Priorities straight. All right, Shams, we appreciate the report. Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thanks. The Wizards are letting their young guys learn on the fly. Guard Bub Carrington said the whole organization communicates to us often. We drafted you guys for a reason, they say. Don't be scared to make a mistake. Play your game, use the things that got you here, and see if it sticks. Guys, back to you.
Learning on the job. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. And over 3 years in high school, Anthony Davis shot up from being 6'2 to 6'10. But Greg, he brought those guard skills with him.
And Kevin, that transformation as a pro also significant. Adding over 30 pounds to his frame. And with his wingspan over 7'5", he is a physical presence.
A nice shot by George.
Hardwood is your friend. He used it to his advantage there.
Here's Spencer. Scoreless thus far. A nice shot by Moody.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
Davis up top, all alone. Warriors with the rebound. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Coming off that loss against the Nets.
Yeah, you saw the communication breakdowns defensively, just giving up way too many open looks.
Well, they say film doesn't lie, and you could just imagine these guys watching this film. It's going to be an ugly sight for sure.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. 2K leaderboard are the teams with the quickest hands in the league. Second, the Warriors.
You can't get careless with the basketball against this group. I mean, they'll pick your pocket, and no surprise to see them in the upper echelon as far as steals.
Johnson, the pass to Watkins. Wizards passing it around. Launches a three, and the foul called on Anthony Davis. That is his first foul of the game. Warriors leading by 7. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. There's the pick. Here's Spencer. And it's off from three-point range. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. To the middle. Here's Davis. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And there are a few players who can dominate on both ends, but Anthony Davis is certainly among them.
Yeah, he's one of the most dynamic defenders in the game, Kevin, and offensively, he can hurt you in a multitude of ways, whether it's off the dribble, posting, or facing up.
Tim, you know you've played it for so long. The intensity of competition can lead to some heated communication, even between those on the same team.
Oh, Kevin, believe me, in the 10 years I played in the league, you often see that between teammates because you have highly competitive individuals who aren't all
good. Another from 3.
And he's shattered the franchise single-season high for three-pointers made.
Getting them up and connecting with high volume. He's been a flamethrower all season long. Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
The textbook positioning there for Porzingis. Once he's established it, he's going to have the advantage.
Warriors leading by 5. Here's Spencer. Pass to Santos. Porzingis with a screen on George. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Davis. And this Wizards team, Greg, giving its young players every opportunity to develop.
Yeah, these young guys were the NBA equivalent of drinking from a fire hose. But after years of just treading water in mediocrity, I think the fans appreciate the clear sense of direction from this group.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
A big man with a nice shooting stroke. You love to see it.
Johnson surveying the floor. George finds Young. Driving inside. Makes it off the glass. Young's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Well, Young is also an entertainer. What a move right there.
Pass to Spencer. Down low. Shot clock at 6. It's stolen by Davis. And Young kicks to Davis. Over Porzingis. And it's Davis missing.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Pass to Santos. Here's Spencer. Pocket 6. Inside. Rebound by the Wizards. And George now top of the key. Young for 3. Porzingis with the rebound.
And he's going to have a hard time shaking off that miss. Everything was going right. The dunk was lined up beautifully, but not to be.
And the slam by Moody.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I mean, when you're fighting back, you cannot give up plays like that.
Watkins passes to Davis. Over Porzingis. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut to just 5 points on the basket from Anthony Davis.
Well, it's a great sign when the jumper is falling for Davis.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. And the Wizards making a change here. Gill's checked in. Right now, let's check out the standings in the Eastern Conference and see how the playoff race is shaping up. Taking a look at Washington, it hasn't been a great season for them. We may see some changes in the offseason.
And seeing where Washington is, their inconsistency has kept them from climbing into the playoff picture. They're still not completely out of it, but with roughly a month to go, it's put up or shut up.
And, you know, Green's impact isn't always felt in his scoring, but tonight his points are having a massive impact.
Young's shot is good.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shot's now starting to fall.
Gill against Porzingis. Porzingis with a screen on George. Green passes to Porzingis, takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Porzingis has got 11.
And nice use of size by Porzingis inside, able to practically play on top of the D.
Here's Gill. Young from outside. No, it doesn't go. His fourth miss in 8 attempts.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
George with the steal. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts. And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Green with a screen on Young. Pass to Santos. 5 to shoot. Richard. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
It's good.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
George dishes to Young. This one for 3. Draymond Green pulls it in.
Well, I love the confidence. Keep shooting it. Eventually, he's got to start making some, right?
Melton kicks to Green. Pass to Santos. Some nice passing by Golden State here. From deep. Rebound by the Wizards. Johnson, the pass to George. And it's George finishing it off.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
It looked like a let-up from the team in the lead.
Green against George. And Green gets it to go. Green's got 17.
Well, it's refreshing to see Green not just help run the offense, but also be involved with production.
Back to Young. Fires for 3. Buries it from 3-point range.
And he is doing everything he can to keep his team in it, trying to lift his teammates up.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout, looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Both teams making substitutions here. And with a quick break in the action, let's now take a look at the top rookie free throw shooters in the NBA. Trey Johnson on top.
He doesn't miss that many, does he? I mean, great skill level to go with his obvious talent. He's taking full advantage every time he draws a whistle.
Bucket is good. Podziemski's got his second basket.
Well, he's a guy they look to go to, and now you see why.
On the wing, Johnson. Watkins passes to Young. Another one falls for Washington.
He is totally locked in offensively and doing everything he can to bring his team back.
It seems to be an overlooked part of Trae Young's game, but GA, he's led the NBA in total assists a few times.
No doubt. You initially think about Trae shooting, scoring, but he also runs the offense really well and wants to facilitate.
Love that look there, locating his teammate and creating an easy basket.
Down low, it's deflected. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. And a moment here to check out who the Golden State Warriors have coming up. On Sunday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. Then on Wednesday, they'll go up against De'Aaron Fox and the San Antonio Spurs.
And looking at the Rockets matchup, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
Really in sync offensively right now. He is turning it up a notch.
Pass to Yurtseven. There's the three. Bangs home the trifecta. 7 points in the game.
Well, you can't ignore someone like that on the perimeter. If he gets a good look, he is going to knock it down.
And Sarr throws it down.
And when you ask the coaches about Sarr, they rave about his motor.
Now Podziemski. He's coming off a 22-point game against Brooklyn.
And he promoted team chemistry. That's how you do it, by moving the ball.
Here's Richard. Score the basket. His fourth. He's only missed one of his 5 shots tonight.
Interior passing is so difficult if you aren't precise. They were right there. Nice work.
Gill against Green. And here's Young from the arc. Again, Young missing.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball on the three-point line.
Back to Yurtseven, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Well, this is a good reminder for anybody who thinks he's too small for a 5. His athletic ability totally levels the playing field.
Young looking it over. Pass to Gill. Lots of room. Action coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 3 assists in the game. And so that's the end of the first half. Warriors lead by 8. Live from Chase Center. You're watching 2K Sports.
Hey, everybody. Psst. I got a secret. We're approaching the playoffs, and we are starting the show with a breakdown of the Western Conference standings.
Well, I think for the Warriors, they haven't quite looked like themselves lately. The question is, how do they get back to the top? How do they recapture that magic? I think it starts with raising the intensity level. Become more aggressive, night after night, fight after fight. Aggressive is right.
And now let's take a minute here to talk about Draymond Green. Fellas, how about the first half he had?
Draymond Green, man, he's special. He does a lot of things for this team, a perennial leader and a fearless competitor.
He's always been known as a guy who will take risks at both ends of the floor, in the locker room.
Yes.
And most of them pay off. And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. A fantastic game from Draymond Green in this one.
Yeah, and through the first two quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Well, and I expect they're going to continue to lean on him as we continue in this game. Why not? The way he's playing right now offensively.
So it's Washington now, trailing here by 8. We've got Green. He's out there with Porzingis, and it's Santos in at the 3. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half.
If Young gets in the zone like this, you are in for a long night defensively because he's going to keep coming at you.
Santos, the pass to Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, this team relies on his scoring, and no shocker, he's done his part.
Sarr sets the screen for Young. And the 3 off target.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Out to the right wing. Pass to Santos. Gill against Green. Just 5 to shoot. Sinks the triple. And now it's an 11-point Warrior lead.
Well, if Green is taking quick shots like that, it speaks to how confident he is.
And it's Podziemski in the corner. Outside, Green. Here's Santos. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Green's got 3 assists tonight. Bounce pass, Young. Johnson, the pass to Young. Pass to Sarr. Both loose.
Yeah, that's a shot he'll make 90% of the time. He just couldn't get it to go right there.
Santos, the pass to Green. Now Podziemski. Puts up a 3. Rebound by the Wizards. Sarr's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Well, after nailing the first 3 out of the break, you can give him a pass for not making that one as well.
Tim is one of the most accurate three-point shooters this league has ever seen. Give us your top shooters in the game today.
Yeah, it's funny because you always say, well, obviously Steph, so it's almost like any conversation puts him in a different category. I obviously agree with that. I look at a guy like Damian Lillard with that unlimited range and his ability to pull up from anywhere. Even a guy like Trae Young, I would put into that category because of the range, Kevin. It just extends defenses so far.
What a list. Both good from the line that time. Here's Podziemski. He has 7. Green deciding where to go with it. Pass to Podziemski. His 3-pointers off the mark.
Yeah, they're winning despite his offensive performance. He just hasn't been sharp from the field.
Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut to just 9 on the basket from Young.
Well, that's just a breakdown defensively right there. You can't let Trae Young get these looks from the corner.
Here's Santos. Green, the screen, and Santos gets it to go. Santos has got 2 now from beyond the arc in the 3rd for the Warriors. Johnson outside. Young outside. The Warriors pull it in. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Nuggets at Ball Arena in Denver. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Johnson, a wide open look. No good on the three. Warriors leading by 12. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thank you, guys. Draymond Green's talked about his mind for the game. He said, I've never been the tallest or the fastest. We all have gifts. My IQ is a gift that was enhanced by great coaches. I was taught the game properly, so I'm very fortunate and extremely thankful for the coaches that I've had in my life. Kevin, back over to you.
Paying tribute. Nice job. Okay, thank you, Allie.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
Green, no luck. Wizards trail by 12. Johnson kicks to Young. Here's Podziemski. Santos, the pass to Green. Golden State moving it around. Here's Richard. And the jumper is good. He's got 9. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Warriors.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
And they also deserve a lot of credit for getting points off turnovers. Their hustle has allowed them to take advantage of those opportunities. Every coach in this league loves assisted baskets. It indicates your offense is flowing the way it's supposed to.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Check out the standings in the Western Conference and see how the playoff race is shaping up. We'll take a look at the Warriors. They've had a great season and will look to extend that into the playoffs.
And for the Warriors, they're in a good spot as the season winds down. Probably starting to think playoff strategy at this point. Just have to keep themselves above that play-in line.
Green finds Porzingis. Puts it up. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Porzingis has got 15 points.
He has yet to miss a single shot. What a night he's having.
And from technical fouls, Tim, to flagrant fouls, it always seems like Draymond Green is walking that line and in the crosshairs.
Walking that line or stomping on that line. I don't know what, but it's where he seems to want to live. You love that competitive fire. You just have to make sure it doesn't cross the line where he hurts his team.
But don't you think he knows exactly what he's doing at all times?
He understands most officials don't want to give him that second technical, that's for sure.
And bringing the aggression and the energy, two things you like to see from Porzingis.
Young's shot is off.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Sarr against Porzingis. Here's Santos. Sinks the three-pointer. Santos has got 9 points now in just the second half.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Well, you have to love the execution, and you have to love the relentlessness.
Tried to come right back with the three of his own. It's no good. Spins. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Trey Johnson. And he's got his first free throw of the game. The first one falls. You know, the pregame routine is something I know you embraced, and we see that with guys like Curry and Durant. We've heard a lot about what they do. What was the most important part of your pregame regimen, Tim?
Well, you know, Kevin, for me, I was really going to be judged based on catch-and-shoot percentages. Can I get off threes and can I make threes? So for me, it was all about high-volume three-point shooting before the game, getting comfortable from every spot on the floor where I may get a shot.
And same routine every game?
Every game, same thing, and I made sure, of course, I finished on that make.
Wow. Here's Podziemski, and stolen by Song. And here we go. Washington fast break. Basket counts. Johnson's got 8 points.
The hustle pays off for Johnson in transition, getting him a bucket off that fast break.
Here's Porzingis. Rebound, Washington. Pass to Carrington. Now Johnson. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
High skill level for Johnson. It didn't matter what the defense did there. He was getting it to go.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Draymond Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. You know, GA, you just can't say enough about the skill set of young Trey Johnson.
I mean, this guy came into the league ready. I really like how he gets to his shot, regardless of what the defense throws at him. And he can be dangerous if his defense gets to the same level as his own. Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now. He's just trying to close it out.
It's stolen by Green. Baden outside. Golden State moving the ball around. Green, the screen. Here's Podziemski. A three-pointer, no good. Wizards trail by 16. Johnson in the corner. Into the lane. That's no good. He is 5 of 11 shooting from the field for the game. Payton attacking. And the dunk by Payton.
Passing has always been a big part of Green's game. He makes reads that other guys would never see.
Pass to Gill. Banked in off the glass. Gill's got 4 points this quarter.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Right side, Green. Here's Santos. He's got 12. No problems knocking that one down. Santos has got 11 points here in just the second half. Wizards trail by 18. Here's Carrington. Chalk up 2 there.
Yeah, he found some room there along the baseline. Some space at the rim. Goes right up and puts it in without resistance.
Back to Green. It's good, and that takes him to 77% shooting this game. 10 for 13.
And Green really smart to understand. He sets the screen, and he knows he'll get rewarded for it.
And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Here on the 2K leaderboard of the NBA's leading defensive teams since the All-Star break. Second, the Warriors.
And they've shown no slippage defensively. If anything, they've become more stifling since the break. I mean, they're playing inspired, passionate basketball at that end of the floor.
Pass to Carrington. Offline with his 3.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Out to the wing. Here's Santos, defended by George. And oh, here we go. Young's got it, the fast break chance. And there's George. That's good on the assist by Young. George has gotten out.
Beautiful look right there. Led his man perfectly.
Pass to Santos. On the wing, Payton. Here's Santos. Green, the screen. 4 on the shot clock. Good on the triple. 14 points for him.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, they certainly have the shooters to do it. It's just about finding that rhythm.
And it's good, 2 points.
And the shot selection has been great, but the volume isn't where it needs to be.
Now here's Green. He's got 22. Here's Richard. Off target with his 3. And so George will bring it up for the Wizards. 17-point game. And here's Young. Back to George. Fires the 3. And no good. And so it's the Golden State Warriors. Feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. We'll take a quick break, and then back to the action here. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
And right there, he wasn't a ball stopper. He kept his eyes up and his options open.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So on the floor for Washington, Riley is out there with Keyshawn George. Then there's Carlton Carrington. And it's Young, and it's Davis at the center filling out the middle.
Keep getting it to this man. I mean, once Porzingis catches fire, there is no putting that out.
Back to Davis. They get the rebound. Porzingis with the block. Here's Moody. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And they are just breaking the will of their opponent.
The timing on that putback slam, when Davis doesn't get boxed out, he takes it personally.
Right wing. Pass to Moody. On the wing, Payton. Defended by George. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Their offense is cooking right now, and that's because the execution has been there.
And phenomenal movement in that pick and roll. Davis has a sense for where to move after setting that screen.
Porzingis high post. Payton in the corner. Latrey. Washington with the rebound. Left side, Davis. Young pass to Riley. To the paint. George with the ball. Now Payton defending. Carrington, that's good.
Yeah, their inside-outside game, very effective. That was a great pass.
Here's Spencer to the inside. Porzingis. Great D that time from Davis.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Melton kicks to Payton. Pass to Spencer. Now Melton. Porzingis passes to Melton. And again, no good by Golden State. Wizards trail by 15. Young outside. Carrington in the corner. Paxton coming off the assist from Young.
Well, those are the ones you're happy to get every trip down the floor if you can.
On the wing, Payton. Here's Moody. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Nice
answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
And when you give up a three, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
And we've got a timeout called by Brian Keefe. He knows every possession is critical now. Some changes here for the Warriors. Yurtseven comes in for Porzingis, and it's Green in for Payton. And the Wizards making a change here as well. Gill's checked in, and now Allie LaForce says something for us from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Brian Keefe was saying to the team. He said to them, "You guys look defeated out there. Wake up. This game is far from over, but I need you all to believe that. I need you to fight for one another right now."
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report. Pass to Spencer. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Yurtseven with the bucket. And the Warriors lead by 17.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
Carrington bounce pass. Here's Gill. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet.
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
Melton feeling it out a bit. Takes it inside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul. First team foul.
The first free throw is good. So when you look at different approaches to player recovery, from load management, say, Tim, to rub some dirt on it and get back in there, where do you stand on all of that?
Well, I do think teams have done a better job of trying to make sure players are protected from themselves and make sure they're getting enough rest. But I also think there are times guys should be allowed to play through certain types of minor injuries.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Trey Johnson.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
At the line for two, D'Anthony Melton.
That free throw, no good.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Good on the second free throw.
They're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
Young with the ball. Now Green defending. Got a piece of it. Here's Gill. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
In the corner, it's Melton. Green against Saw. Green kicks to Melton. Over Johnson. And Sarr pulls it down. Sarr's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Here's Watkins. Yurtseven with the rebound. Yurtseven's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Pass to Moody. There's the screen. Takes a 3. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals. 5 for 8 in the game.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, we talk about winning basketball all the time and what it looks like. Well, that defense right there, that's the opposite of that.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. Outside, Green. Melton with the ball. To the middle. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
Up top, Sarr. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Aggressive move by Sarr. Love seeing that.
Shooting for Washington. Alexander Sarr taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
He misses the free throw.
There's just so much potential for Sar. He's got that Wemby-like build with a lot of skill.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. He hits the second from the line. Here's Podziemski. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. And the Warriors lead by 20. Inside. And Sar throws it down.
That's a really nice pass by Young. Now, his scoring gets most of the attention, but he is a fantastic playmaker.
Here's Richard. Pass to Podziemski. And here's Porzingis. Covered by Sar. Porzingis can't hit. Wizards trail by 18. Sar, the pass to Young. Shoots over Podziemski. Young's shot is off. The Warriors have gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. Pass to Santos. 6 to shoot. Golden State moving it around. Now here's Porzingis over Sar, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Washington shooting it brilliantly here lately. 60% from the field. Young inside. He's defended by Podziemski. Johnson, the pass to Sar. And Sar throws it down.
And would you say the offense is coming around for Sar? He is doing it all tonight.
Driving in. Podziemski's shot is good. Podziemski's got 4 this quarter.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
Down low. And Sar throws it down.
Something you'd like to see more of from Johnson. The rookie can't do it all on his own out there.
Here's Podziemski, defended by Young. Here's Santos. That 3 off the mark. Wizards trail by 16. Johnson goes in. Count it!
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Making a change here. Spencer's checked in. Warriors leading by 14. Payton looking it over. Porzingis against Sar. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Sar. Shot clock at 5. Blocked again. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. Clock at 2. Porzingis. Johnson rips down the board. Wizards trail by 14. Showing the move down low.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And the free throw, no good. In GA, we know Coach Steve Kerr has been up front. In order to win, the Warriors need to take and make a lot of threes.
Well, it's the superpower of their best player, and the arrival of Jimmy Butler has provided some balance but threes are still their best bet.
Yeah, everybody will remember the bucket, but how about that pass to set it up?
Now Young. Johnson outside. Beyond the arc. Up again. Saves him with the putback.
Wow, that is just great work, and he got rewarded with that tip-in.
Now Porzingis. Oh, and he pops it off the glass. Wow.
Excellent ball movement. Young being unselfish.
If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Majemski on the wing. Defended by Young. Lets loose a three. A three-pointer. Good.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Warriors.
Tonight, they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That was the bread and butter. Fortunately, they made enough of those, but sometimes it was quantity over quality.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season.
No doubt they came in very motivated to win this one and finish the season series at a game apiece.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Draymond Green.
If this were a crime scene, he would be questioned because his fingerprints are all over it.
And so Payton will bring it up for the Warriors. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. That one goes in.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
They are playing with so much confidence. They've been clutched all the way around.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
Substitution on the court.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now, let's send it over to Allie LaForce, standing by with our player of the game. Allie, take it away.
Thanks, team. Well, Draymond, it was smooth sailing for you tonight. How'd you make it look so easy?
I mean, it's seamless because I play with guys who makes it seamless. You know, I don't have to come out and try to do too much. Just come out and be myself. And so, for that reason, it was seamless.
All right, congrats on the win. Back to you guys.
And as always, Allie, thank you so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Alongside Tim Legler, Greg Anthony,